tourist destinations in southern Wisconsin, Wollersheim Winery and Distillery will likely pop up on that list. But what you might not read about is the romantic story about how the two current owners met.
Well, tonight, on this Valentine's Day Eve, they're sharing their love story with our Caroline Bach, only on 27 News.
You might have driven up the rolling hill and spent a day inside Wollersheim Winery and Distillery.
Well, and it's fun because you can do it with spirits and wine.
Bumped into co-owner Julie in the gift shop. Or taken a tour and met winemaker, also co-owner Philippe. But the hustle and bustle of the daily grind isn't the only story here. In 1984, 13th-generation winemaker Philippe Cocard left his family in France for an internship at Wollersheim Winery.
I wanted to, number one, learn how to speak English, and to find out what the American wine business was all about.
Back then, he couldn't pick out Wisconsin on the map, let alone Prairie du Sac.
In Europe, you know America through New York City, Chicago, and California. There's nothing in between. Julie's dad, Bob Wollersheim, picked my name on a listing of potential intern.
Little did Bob Wollersheim know, he would also be picking out a future husband for his daughter, Julie.
Was it love at first sight? How did that work?
She was a striking, beautiful young lady, as she still is today.
While Philippe was working at the winery, Julie was finishing up the school year at UW-Madison.
I had to help her with her French homework. So, so that's how it kind of started.
Then that summer, we got to know each other better. I was a tour guide at the winery, and he was working in the vineyard.
We got close and closer, and fell in love, and never looked back.
When did you know that this was forever?
It was
We kind of knew. We didn't really have to ask that question.
Exactly.
We both knew.
The commitment was there. Julie's dad was interested in me taking over all the production side of the winery, so I called my dad and said, hey, I'm thinking of staying.
Philippe and Julie got married in June of 1986. They have 3 kids, a daughter and 2 sons, plus a son-in-law, all involved in the family business. And we can't forget about the grandkids.
What's it like working with your entire family, essentially?
It is sweet. It is good. Quite often you hear those horror stories, you know, it's difficult to work in a family business. The family integrity comes first. Don't take it for granted. Don't assume. Talk, ask.
Now, more than 30 years later, the Wollersheim business is still going strong, as is Philippe and Julie's love story. But like a fine wine, it's been carefully crafted with age.
You work at it every day. It's not what happened 30 years ago. It's every day.
Like a hearty pour.
It's ongoing. It's supporting each other all the time, you know, the good and the bad. Communicate all the time. And that, to me, that's the key to success and key to continue a love story.
In Prairie du Sac, Caroline Bach, 27 News.